So we went from the Middle East to the West and Rome and Greek to England, and now we're kind of sprinkling in North America a little bit. So from let me see if I can run the timeline back. From the Jews and the Judaizers to the followers of the way to Gnosticism, and from there Roman Catholicism, and from there Protestantism, and then a bunch of little isms in the middle, and then people breaking away from Roman Catholicism. You get Lutherans, you get Anabaptists, you get Mennonites, you get the Amish, and you get another group in 1536 called Calvinism. That's a big deal because when they made their mark in the sand, it did not go away. So Calvinism, 1536, heavily influenced by Augustine, and Augustine will be a separate video, but he's a crucial figure in Christian history. John Calvin was convinced that God predetermined the fate of every man. He was actually technically hyper-Augustinian. Because everybody gets something from somebody. So John Calvin got his P's and Q's from Augustine. Not every church theologian and scholar even agrees with Augustine the whole way. So Calvin was a hyper-Augustinian, I guess that's how you would say that. And so he really pushed the idea of predestination, and really pushed the tulip idea, the Calvinism idea. And then a dude out of that camp named John Knox took Calvinism to Scotland, and then he formed what we call today the Presbyterian Church, named after presbyters, service. So from the Lutherans and the Mennonites and the Amish in Calvinism, from Calvinism you get the Presbyterian Church, and that spread to America, and that's what formed the Reformed. That's what formed the Reformed Church. The Reformed Church of England is called the Anglican Church, so that's where you get your Anglicans from, or Church of England. From the Church of England, from that Calvinist movement, that latter Augustinian theology that was floating around and spreading, from there that's where we get King James. And King James broke away from Roman Catholicism. He wasn't necessarily a man after God's heart, by no means, but he just didn't agree with Roman Catholicism, and he had the Bible written in Old English. That's where we get the King James Bible from. So all you King Jamesers, John Wycliffe's Bible was first. So I know some people hold to the King James like this is like literally the word of God out of his mouth. Nah, God used King James to get a translation into English, into Old English for their church. So King James split from Roman Catholicism, and that split from the Roman Catholics, that split from their system in England, formed what we know today as the Episcopalian Church. So, timeline. From Roman Catholicism, you get Lutherans, and then from there you get the Mennonites, and then you get the Amish Church, and then you get the Calvinisms, and then you get the Presbyterian Church, which is a Calvinist form of the Calvin Church, Augustinianism from England. You get the Reformed Church, the Anglican Church, and from that you get the Episcopalian Church. And here comes Eli, so I gotta take